Well, we're on to the final 8 minutes of this morning's broadcast on News in Views, and it's time now to talk to the president of the South African Shack Dwellers Movement. We're talking with Sibusiso Innocent Zikode. Sibusiso, good morning to you and welcome to the show.
A very good morning to you and to your listeners. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I've seen this piece that has been written talking about trouble in the promised land. And it is clear from what I've read that there are huge problems, and these problems are not going away. And talking about, Ekenana, which is carved into a gentle slope in the Cato Manor region. Now, just tell us more about this piece and about some of the critical issues that are mentioned in this piece that has been written.
Yes, Ekenana means the promised land that God promised the people. So it's a land that is meant to provide communities with honey and all sort of a better life that we all dream of. So Ekenana is an occupation that has been there for the past 3 years. Now, the trouble that we are confronted with is that it is highly contested by the local landlords who actually want this land for the very same sugar and honey that was promised in the Bible. Now, what becomes significant about the Ekenana is that the community there has built a commune, cooperative. They have, created the community gardens where they produce food for themselves. They have created a community hall. They created a Frans Fanon school, a political school, but also there's a poetry there. There's a tuck shop that is run in a cooperative manner. So now that the local landlords and the local ANC leaders and the local police station, which is called the Ketamena police station, known as Wakito Bay, have built an alliance to actually destroy the commune in Ekenana. So the trouble that we are experiencing in Ekenana is that people are being harassed. We are facing vicious attacks from the local police, from the local ANC, from the eThekwini municipality. They are trying to not only to evict Ekenana, but the repression has come to a point where almost all activists have been arrested as we talked today. Activists have been arrested, harassed, on trumped-up charges. Some of them have spent as much as 6 months in prison, in the notorious Westville prison, just for the crime they have not committed, because the idea is to evict them. So activists are being harassed, they are being arrested, their homes are being burnt down, and those who do that, the perpetrators, are actually enjoying the support of the Ketamena police station. They are enjoying the support of the ANC. What disturbing is that the police are taking the instruction of the local ANC chief. So in other words, the ANC people that tell the police who to arrest, who not to arrest. So the police only acts on the instructions of the local police station, and that is quite disturbing. And when we go to court, again, the magistrates there's strong allegations that they are also taking the instruction of the local ANC. So this is quite disturbing when you see the justice system being taken over by the local gangster politicians. This is what we see in court. And on the one hand, the municipality...
I think, what is important to understand, all of this is playing out with all these violent and illegal evictions that you are speaking about, and also at the same time in terms of imprisonment. And when one looks at the bigger picture, when one looks at the greater objective where this article speaks about community affairs being managed through democratic processes, food that is collectively produced and distributed. And here we're talking about a thriving cultural life that includes things like poetry and theater, and also a political school. So on the one hand, you've got the people wanting this better life, this promised land that you are talking about, but at the same time becoming victims of all this other issues that are playing out, like evictions and being imprisoned.
Yes, I mean, this is playing out itself in a broad daylight in the middle of all the good work of the community trying to live independently and produce their own food, and the food sovereignty system that they have formed tells you that this community doesn't want trouble, it doesn't want to rely on the state, it doesn't rely on handouts. So they are doing all they can to actually live a life that everyone dreams of. You know, we know that there's high rates of unemployment in the country, poverty, and so on. But they are trying to, lead us to a better ways and teach other communities that they can actually be self-reliant. Now, in the middle of doing all this good work and hard work, because I mean, they are even taking turns in working in the gardens. They do their militants work collectively. They've agreed that this is the life that they choose to live. Now, on the one hand, then they are facing these vicious attacks from the local African National Congress people, from the local police, from the municipality. And the municipality has brought in the eviction application on top of this. Now, those who have been arrested and are on bail, they've been given a condition not to return in Ekenan. In other words, even those that have been granted bail are not allowed to set their feet in Ekenan to support the evictions effort by the municipality. So this is quite disturbing in a country that is struggling so much with issues of poverty, unemployment, and inequality, and you find people in the state perpetrating these. And unfortunately, the police and the justice system makes it worse. And those who are actually attacking the community, burning down their homes, are enjoying the support of the of the police, and they're not facing the might of the law.
Well, Sibusiso, thank you very much for that and for that update. I'm sure we will keep our eye open on developments, and from time to time, we're looking forward to regular updates. But for now, unfortunately, time has run out. We thank you. We appreciate you taking time out talking to us this morning on Salam Media, on News and Views, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, and thanks to your listeners.
Sibusiso Innocent Zikode, the president of the Sheikh Dwellers Association, joining us this morning, which brings us to the end of another edition, another broadcast of News and Views on Salam Media, on Lansar, Durban, Pietermaritzburg, and One Nation 88.9 FM. I'll be back with you tomorrow, inshallah, once again. So for now, for myself and the team here at Salam Media, we wish you well. Have yourself a wonderful day, inshallah. We wish you safety and all goodness. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Breaking stereotypes.